And so somebody put these signs in their hands, told these kids to sit down there. They do it. They mouth these platitudes. They don't know what they're talking about. They can't give you any details about it. And they're given billions of dollars worth of free publicity all over the world. They got
that's a key point. I've been to some of these events too, and the rent-a-mobs. When you really get a kid by themselves, a minder will run over and say, "Don't talk to them," and you'll find out, "Hey, I was just paid $100."
In fact, they did that. In fact, I believe I have that on video. We've been uploading the video because I interviewed them. I had them on video. But they would turn around when I would ask a question. They'd say, "Well, who are you representing here?" They'd turn around and look at this gal behind them who was running, wouldn't identify herself.
Yeah, stay there. Let's talk more about that and then the overall agenda and talk to your colleague as well, Alex Newman, who's with William F. Jasper, senior editor of the New American Magazine, nice enough to join us from Copenhagen. We may end up keeping them most of the hour. They're busy guys, though, because I want to get into the overall agenda as well. Stay with us. All right, we are back. William F. Jasper, senior editor of the New American, is our guest. Alex Newman. They're on the same phone, standing by, another investigative reporter. They traveled there together. They're working together there. Look, Alex Newman is now there with us. Alex?
Yes, sir.
Give us your take on how the conference is going, kind of your snapshot of what's happening, and how successful are the globalists at establishing their one world government at this event?
Well, so far they keep having all these little spats where they're pretending that the conference is dead and they're stalled and all these different things because some group of dictators isn't going to get the amount of wealth redistribution that they want from the so-called rich countries. So there's this big theater that the talks keep getting stalled and so forth. But overall, it seems that they're making progress. China had been making a stink earlier because not enough people wanted to give money to the developing countries, so they weren't happy with any of the texts that were coming out of that, and they were thinking of offering a counter proposal. But so far they seem to be advancing. There's been a couple of the draft texts released. I was reporting on one that was called the Danish text that was released some time ago, which was talking about taxing airline travel, various shipping operations, and so then you would have the UN with its own revenue stream, and
its own enforcement, its own travel authority, 2% tax right off the top of all GDPs, a true global government. Do the latest agreements look like the Danish text?
They've been taking things out and adding things in, but it seems that the basic framework is that's what they're going for, to have some kind of taxation mechanism where they can raise their own.
Okay, that is bad news. So, and that's what Lord Monckton was saying. That it looks like they're just acting like they're playing possum, but really it looks like they may get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where it looks like it's moving towards. Now everybody's talking about that, the whole world is depending on this moment right now, and we need to make one final push to get a tough agreement through. And so that's basically the atmosphere around here. And if you talk to just about anybody around here, that's kind of where they're standing. They want to see some tough new global.
And you've got a bunch of bought-off third-world countries under IMF and World Bank control, and so it doesn't matter if their populations don't want it; they're still going to go along with it. You got Obama that's going to sign on to it. I mean, is there any way to stop this?
Well, Communist China has some interesting ideas about it. They want to have some kind of population control mechanisms and these kind of things. And so the latest word around here earlier this afternoon was that they were threatening to try to derail the talks and end it with a proposal. But so far, we just have to see and, see what happens.
Hold on. We've got, again, reporter with the New American there, Alex Newman, and I want to go back after the break to Mr. Jasper. This is big news here. Give us the meat of what you're saying. The Chinese are threatening to derail things if a global one-child policy isn't signed on to?
Well, I'm not sure about all of that, but
that's what they called for on Monday, but you're saying...
Yeah. That's one of the things that they've been hoping to have is some kind of global population control. And
holy mackerel! You're saying that may be added in? I mean, they're actually talking about getting that in there?
Well, I don't know about that, but we talked to the congressman today, Congressman Markey, who wrote the bill with Congressman Waxman of the climate change bill that came out of the House of Representatives. And we asked them about, why are we negotiating with China? They're talking about global population control and things that are totally repugnant to the U.S. Constitution and to the U.S. way of life. And his answer was, oh, everybody has to pursue their own strategies to tackle the climate issue and this kind of stuff. So it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of opposition to it, at least from this group.
Well, China owns most of our debt. I mean, they're the biggest owner of our debt, and we're told they're the new superpower. They really are the model for this new world order.
Yeah, they have a lot of influence there, and everybody's been talking about China. You know, how can we get China to cooperate? Oh, we all need to bow down to China's demands, because if they walk out, then we're not going to get the global agreement that we need. So we need to figure out how to work with China so we can get this accomplished. So that's definitely not good news if your listeners know anything about the Chinese government.
So since the Danish text, have you gotten any other of the latest versions?
I haven't read through any of the actual drafts, but there's been hints flying around. But it's been a lot of just tweaking with the numbers. You know, should we cap carbon dioxide emissions by 45%, or should it be 30%? And should the funding mechanism be 100 billion or 150?
So they're debating whether to put 5 bullets in our heart or 10 bullets.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what it looks like it's going towards. So.
Are they going to beat us in the head with a baseball bat 20 times or 40 times? And, you know, at a certain point, what does it matter? Stay there, Alex Newman. We're going to come back, and I got some questions for William F. Jasper. Then I'll go back to you, take a few calls. They join us from Copenhagen, Denmark. We'll also get their websites